Alright, bagging a 1994 Toyota pickup truck. It's got bird poop on it right there. I think the birds had a party here when I was gone. Look at this. And there's like poop everywhere. They were just hanging out next to my truck. Like, yeah, this is mine. I'm building it. Oh, the reason I got that off the ground like that is because I wanted to show you guys that I've left enough room for when I change the transmission cross member, it'll still be able to lay out. So that's what that's to represent. All right, let's get to it. I'm trying to figure out which way I'm going to mount everything, okay, because the gas tank's going to go back here. So my air management, I think I'm going to mount it right in here. All I got to do is build off of this a carriage so that I can put that on there. And I'm thinking it's going to be a good spot. Now, you might notice this is one of those tire fillers, like from Walmart, you get for like 20 bucks, 30 bucks. It's going to be okay. Some people say, oh no, those tanks aren't rated for that. No. If you remember, my pressure switch is going to be only up to 110. These tanks are actually rated to about 130. And so I'll never reach what it's rated to. 110 pounds will be plenty. Now, I've got friends that run tanks just like this, and they'll run them all the way up to 200 psi. Me, I'm not going to do that, but I do know that it can be done. So, this is what I'm doing. Figure out that. I'm thinking that might go there. I can put the compressor right in here or something. I don't know. I'm also going to measure for how high that goes. And I've also got a completely different way that I'm going to be doing my bed. So, I'll get to that. I'm not going to tell you guys exactly because I want to surprise you. Yeah. Alright, so this is what I'm doing today. I'm going to figure that out. You ever just sit, stare? That's what I'm doing right now. Sitting and staring. Staring at the whole rear end, trying to figure out exactly where I want to put everything. And sometimes it's just good to sit and stare. I've been sitting here for like an hour, just like staring. I brought some metal out. I got some angle iron, some round, and that's 1x4 C channel metal. I put the tank right here. I'll end up cutting these off so that it looks better. It's just a single port. It's got one port on the other side, so I'll build a manifold off of that. But I'm thinking I want it right here. That's what I'm looking at. I want it right there, but I want it to just kind of like it's floating. I don't want nothing over the top of it, nothing wrapped around the sides of it. I might have to bring one thing up and over it just to hold it in place. But yeah, this is what I'm looking at now. Just thought I'd share you my thoughts because I'm like at a loss. I've been sitting here just staring at it. For those of you who haven't seen under the hood yet, oh yeah, there's that turd. Look at that big, huge turd. I mean, look, here's my hand. There's the turd. Anyway, here's underneath my hood. If you guys haven't seen that yet, kind of a wiry mess. That's my cold air intake, and that's the motor. Eventually, I will clean up all this wiring, I promise. Here's a sneak peek. What's that? Oh, nope, you can't look at it anymore. It's a ballast. Yeah, I put HIDs in. No, I'm not going to do a video on how to put HIDs in because it's really simple. Really simple. I mean, the kit comes with everything you need, and you just plug it all in. There's nothing more to say about that. So, yeah. Let me get back to thinking. Alright, bed frame that I get from Goodwill for $10 a frame. And then a piece of metal that I found behind a warehouse. I make this. This is going to be the carriage for my air management. The tank and the compressor. And I'm going to set it up so that if I need to, I can add another compressor later on. So, and then I even tubbed that, or I don't know, what do you call that? Notched it. Yeah. And we get some sun out of there. See it? See it? Look at it. That took a lot of work to do that. Alright, end of the first day, and my compressor's mounted. I just have to run the wiring. The tank, I'm going to leave the tank just as it is. I'm going to sand it down and repaint it a different color. But I want to have a tank with a handle on it. Because I want to have a tank with a handle on it. What I'm going to do is I'll end up running a strap around it just so that it holds it right there in place. And then that way, if I ever need a tank or whatever, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a quick connect for it. And I might be able to pop it and then just take the tank with me. Let's say somebody at the show needs air and I don't want to take my truck all the way over there because we're in the middle of the show. If my tank's aired up, I'll be able to disconnect it, pull it out of there, go over there, air up their truck real quick, and go about the way. Well, that's provided that they don't need much air. So this is it for today. I'm going to start on some other, maybe the gas tank and other stuff tomorrow. Well, that's going to be about it. I woke up today and it's about to rain. Lovely. So anyway, that's all I'm going to have for this week. That's it. I made that, and next week I'll try and start making the tank mount and bag brackets and stuff like that. I got to get the brake lines relocated a little bit. I'm just going to basically pull them to the back side of the axle and re-weld them on. I'll show you that real quick without taking up too much more of your time. See how the brake line goes right there? All I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that off and pull it around to the back side of the axle in the back and re-weld it on. I'm going to do that on both sides. But I've got my tank and everything covered up. Once this gets going, there'll be a big hole there anyway, so it'll get wet, but just for right now. Oh, and I cleaned out the inside of my truck. I got everything cleaned out. And now it's all in the shop. So subscribe at the top if you haven't subscribed, or at the bottom, or wherever it says subscribe. If it doesn't say subscribed, that means you haven't subscribed. So make it say the ED. Get the D on the end. Subscribed. Comment at the bottom. Any comments, questions, answer them as best I can. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a professional. I'm not certified. I'm not any of those things. But I'm just like the rest of you guys that are out there underneath a tree or in a yard or in your little garage in the back, just doing what I want to do and having a good time, loving what I do. Love being a mini trucker. Have you ever said that to yourself? I love being a mini trucker. It's a great feeling knowing that you're doing something that you want to do. So, all right, that's about it. That's all I got right now. Enjoy your day. Click that like button, the one with the little thumb on it. Click that. I've talked enough. See you guys next time.